Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's Push Start Podcast. Hello, Bobby. Hi, Arcane. We're not reviewing Straftat, and unfortunately, it could be the Krusty Krab if you want it to be. It could be whatever. Just close your eyes. Just imagine. You smell it?
Bobby says, is that some kind of tart?
Straftat is a tart. Yeah, that's exactly. And Zach T keeps trying to get me to try that tart, and I'm not having any of it because I hate being force-fed. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Great Monad, welcome as well. We're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna kick it off with just going a couple headlines that I'm excited to talk about. Small, brief things. What was that? Small, brief things. There's just a couple comments.
I already know what it is.
What is it? What is it?
I don't. And chat. Literally, he has not told me. I just already know.
What is it?
That's
No, go ahead. Tell me.
It's gonna be Battlefield 6. It's gonna be Battlefield.
No, actually, it's not Battlefield 6.
Okay.
Although Battlefield 6 looks great.
I guarantee you, though. Yes.
better than COD.
I'm echoing, apparently. Echo.
Holly is.
I'm in a baseball stadium.
Well, I better have hit a home run because otherwise I'm walking. I know my worth.
There we go.
It's off of your mic.
No, I think that should have.
Me?
No, I think that should have fixed it. I had you coming out through two sources, so it should be good now.
So everybody likes me that much. It's fine.
What have you been up to? How's it going? How's your no good, very bad day yesterday?
It's terrible. It's terrible. Super, super terrible. Work, man. Work's a thing. It was just I had some foolishness happen at the very end of the day, and my boss gave me some news, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? And so I wrote a snarky email back, and I logged off for the day. And it was like right at the end of the day, and so then it was just like, and every Wednesday night, I play board game. I have a board game night every Wednesday night with some friends. I know. Do you know how long in my life I was like, how do people get these things going, right? Like, how do you get people to commit to this? Yes.
But you've done it.
So
how'd you do it? What's the secret?
Well, I have a friend from the CrossFit gym, and he has a twin brother.
Okay.
And so it's basically like the three of us. Sometimes one of the wives will join, sometimes very rarely, but she will. And then sometimes we'll have it on the weekend so that maybe like somebody else could come by, right? But like the consistent every week thing is the three of us, and occasionally a fourth. But that's fine, because 3 is actually kind of perfect, because you can play pretty much any game with 3 people.
Yeah, and they'll actually show up if you get, as soon as you get 4 people, and I've done it before where, I mean, I've done it specifically with D&D, and we're running a D&D campaign, and I plan the entire session around 4 people, and then someone's like, I'm not making it. And you're like, well, and you can improvise stuff on the fly, right? Once you've been running the game long enough, all right, let's just take out a couple enemies, like during this combat encounter or whatever. But you might, especially when I plan encounters, I try to make sure that there's a situation that goes, okay, we're doing this encounter. It's like traversing the environment. You need to get, very simple one is, you need to get from this side of a cliff to this side of a cliff. How do you do it? And you know that character has an ability to do X thing, and you're like, they can be very creative with it if they think, and then they're like, yeah, I'm not showing up today, and you go,
nobody's lost, just forget it, we're not playing any, no.
Rocks fall on you, you're all dead. Game over.
Well, we like to play these like really, that's the other problem too, right? Is like a lot of adults just don't feel like they have the patience to learn anything beyond the basic bitch games. Sorry, I have curse on your show, but basic bitch
No, that's
games that are
allowed now.
like everybody.
YouTube,
Okay.
well, that's not why I did. I always tried to keep it like family friendly, but like now
yeah.
YouTube said it's okay.
That's also, I mean, because they probably saw how it was epically failing, right? Like that was a weird rule to imply. Like, anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But you know, most people are like, I grew up playing Yahtzee or Catan or like, you know what I mean? Like
Catan's a good game.
I've never played Catan actually, but the point is like they're just like I can't be bothered. And to be fair, if they don't really like playing games that often, they're not going to want to sit down and learn these like weirdo, complex, super big games, right?
Yeah.
So like you need to have people who are like, no,
I love games.
No, I accept that challenge. I want the big game that's going to take us 9 months to get through, right? Yep,
and then after the 9 months, you realize that you've been playing wrong the whole time, and you're like,
oh my gosh, yes. I was talking to them last night about Gloomhaven, and it's super funny. Yes, and they want to play. They'll play with us too, by the way, if you want. So we have 4 people, but they were like, it was funny because we have one guy who just kind of like generally is our rule master, right? Like he's more willing to dig into rules, and I'm just like, just tell me how to play. I'm here. I'm the body. I will play the character. So it was funny last night. He was like, do you realize when I started playing this game, do you realize just how many things we were just doing 110% wrong all the time? And I was like, better for us or worse for us? You know, like, so anyway.
Oh God, yeah. I'm trying to get into Star Wars Legion, which is like a miniatures game, right? Where like Warhammer 40K, but it's set in Star Wars theme, so it's a little bit more palatable for me because I love Star Wars. And I'm looking at the rule sets, and it's like, all right, if this is happening, then you push this down, and if this has this, then you got to do that thing, and then once you have X and Y, then you got to do B, but not C. Only if T is cross, and you're like, and if there's 2 dots above the I, then you can re-roll. And I'm like, what? But I'm very excited. But I'm very excited to start playing that game. But I just know we're gonna start doing it, and we're gonna realize, oh, you know, the person I'm playing against steamrolled me because I was playing wrong, and it completely favored whatever.
Well, you know, one of the things that we found for anybody out there, if you are doing board games at all, is that there's almost like a lot of these games actually have like a companion app that's just made by somebody that will take a lot of the work out of like card decks, and you know, like depends on how many pieces, but like Gloomhaven has tons of pieces, and one of the things that you have to do is keep track of hit damage for a whole bunch of characters all the time and flip cards all the time. Yeah, so like there's apps you can just use. Yeah, and you could just use an app to track all of that really quickly, and it cuts out like tons of time. So maybe there's one for your Star Wars game too that will help. And a lot of them will have rules in them too, right? Like that you can like fast track the rules.
Oh yeah, there's definitely stuff like that. Who was it before? I saw Bobby said, damn dirty work. I'm assuming that's a Planet of the Apes reference. Get your filthy paws off me, you damn dirty ape. In which case, credit to you, because that's one of my favorite. I mean, the new movies are among my favorite. I like the first one of the old ones, but yeah, board games are cool. People should play more board games. The most recent one that I've tried out was... Oh, have you ever tried the Skyrim board game? Probably not. It's campaign based.
No, I have the Fallout one. I bet they're similar, like in the way they work.
The Fallout one, I do not like. I have it. I bought the Fallout New Vegas expansion, and I had someone who really enjoyed it, and they were like, "Can we play this? Can we play this?" I was like, "No, it's in the box. It's staying in the box because the way that game. Oh, it's just designed really. The way that game is designed is like you get the same missions whenever you start, even if you're doing like separate kind of objectives. You get the same missions that start off every single time. And then if you play it on repeat, you're like, all right, this quest goes to this thing and this quest goes to, and you're just sick of it. The Skyrim board game is similar conceptually, but it's the Fallout board game, but good. I highly recommend the Skyrim. Like, I was playing that by myself. I was just running around, going in dungeons, getting cool gear. I was like, oh my god, I leveled up! Like, I was having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. I actually, chat, maybe I'll do a review of it when I get it. I pre-ordered the Cyberpunk board game. And I ordered it like a year ago, and it's not coming out until I don't know. I gotta look, right? It's a Kickstarter.
It's got a while, yeah.
It's not coming out till like January or something like that. And I bought one of the like bigger editions of it, right? Because they have 150 different. They've got like 10 editions. And you just get like cooler minis and add-ons and stuff the higher you go. I love Cyberpunk. So I bought like one of the higher, not the highest. The highest edition is like, it was like $800.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm not kidding.
Does it come with a real motorbike to ride around?
Like, does it come with Panda? Like, what?
Really?
What is the deal here? Right?
I want a samurai jacket. I want to have a real bike. I want V to come give me a visit and teach me how to play the game.
Yeah. And Keanu Reeves is on my mother freaking shoulder, right? Talking to me during the day.
He's telling me what move to make.
Seriously. Anyway, so when I get that, maybe I'll do an unboxing and like, you know, set it up and show off some of that stuff. Cool. And maybe I'll learn from you how to paint miniatures, because it's got miniatures.
I'm not very good at it. I'm just saying. I mean, I have a couple good ones that I've done, but I usually get lucky. Not blaming it on skill. But I could teach you the basics. I could show you how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like if I spent, you know, a few $100s on it, then I should paint it. And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to enjoy it. Speaking of $100, you know what's not $100? Is Avowed. Because they lowered their price.
It's not Avowed. You botched your you botched,
I botched
your
my story.
transition.
Outer Worlds 2. I did botch that. Listen. Damn dirty work. Outer Worlds 2 downplayed their price. They went from $80 to $70, and I don't think we need to focus. This is one of the quick stories that I did want to get into, just because I think it speaks to kind of a broader category that I am excited about, because I'm excited about, but I'm also hesitant on, because we're also seeing Battlefield 6 is doing the same thing. Battlefield 6 is coming in at the $70 price point. We've seen the success of these titles that are releasing at $50. I'm curious about how Mafia is going to do, but you have your Expedition 33s, right, and titles such as that are coming, or I believe, if I remember correctly, Space Marine 2 also was not a full $70, I think. Don't quote me on that. Or $60. But anyway, there's games like these games that are coming out under $60 are doing well. They're doing great actually most of the time. So do you think this is a trend that's going to last, or is this just sort of they're waiting almost for like Grand Theft Auto 6 to release, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to do $80 and everyone's going to be jumping on it. It's going to do bongo dollars because we know it's going to do well. And then now we're going to see, because Microsoft specifically, the one caveat to Microsoft and the way they phrased it was, we are not raising prices this holiday season because we're so nice and we love you all. And please love us, because we just laid off 13,000 people. But your game is only $70.
9,000.
Well, that's in the recent round, right? If you add it up.
Yeah, well, yeah. And there's more coming, yeah.
And there's more coming. I don't think it's going to last.
I saw a breakdown on Twitter yesterday of the number of employees Microsoft, the whole Microsoft, right, has under their employ, and how many were U.S. based and how many were outside the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
The ratio is not kind to us. I was like, probably true. It's probably right, but it was kind of disappointing, right? You would hope that a company, obviously companies have to have employees everywhere when they're nationwide, or when they're global. 100%, right. Totally agree, right? But it would be nice to see any company in any of their homeland, right, have more employment and stock and whatever, right? And investing in their own, you know, workforce. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So I put up a tweet about this too when I saw EA announce that Battlefield was going to be $70. And when EA says, we're not doing this, right? All it does is show me, like, I was like, okay, this is the litmus test, right? Like, Nintendo Switch, when they announced the Switch 2, everybody was really excited for the Switch 2 until they dropped the $80 price bomb. And people, like, that was it, right? People were just upset.
It's
and they
still
were just like,
sold out, though.
Lost. Yeah, it's the fastest growing.
Yeah.
But a lot of the excitement over the fact that it's been like a damn near decade, right, since the last console for Nintendo.
Yeah.
We're getting a new one, all of that stuff. And then they put that, and it just really kind of painted the edges, right, on what should have been a very bright launch. And notice even Donkey Kong, which is like up for Game of the Year among a lot of people, $70, not $80, right? And
which was strange after Mario Kart, but
yeah, because Mario Kart is not like, I don't know. Like, among the Mario Party games, I love Mario Party, like, you know, Party, like Jamboree and, you know, Mario Party 8 and all that stuff, right? Those I find way more fun, like, having people over and goofing around and playing those games than Mario Kart. But that's each his own, right? But even Donkey Kong, which is like up for Game of the Year and sold gangbusters, $70, right? And then Microsoft flips pretty quickly on the $80 thing, which it on a singular point on that. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but it's kind of a big thing. The Outer Worlds 2, I love the Outer Worlds 1. I've played it like 4 times all the way through. I love that game, right? Yeah, I do. I really like that game. So for me, I'm really excited for the second one. But I also understand that it didn't hit right with everybody, even though I think if you'd put enough time into it, it eventually would have, like, triggered the right things, right, for you to enjoy it. But that's a lot to ask people.
It's the type of game where you really have to get tied to the universe, right? With the, you know, the corporatism of it all. You have to get tied into that. That takes time, because especially when you get to what is the first town? Good. I was gonna say Good Springs.
Oh, yeah,
that's Fallout New Vegas.
It is, yeah. I don't remember, but yes, it's like the
in
Western
the Emerald
town.
Vale. Yeah, I know. Yeah, in the Emerald Vale. I remember where it's in. Once you get to that first city in the Emerald Vale, it doesn't. That's where I kept getting stopped. Right, I did the mission. I went to like the greenhouse place, and you got to divert the power or whatever. And I did that, and then I was like, all right, but I feel as though that's sort of the tipping point. Like, you get that, and then the game opens up a little bit more, and then you're like, okay, now I see what it's going for. But there's a lot of gameplay to get to that point. And the companions
bring a lot.
Right, yeah.
There is. And the companions are, like, it's pretty rare for a game to have the companions really want to keep you going more, right? And this is one of those. But you have to build those relationships, right, to really start, like, getting the fun and the juicy bits out of it and stuff like that. So
when you tell someone, it's like, oh yeah, look, the TV show's really good, you just got to get to season 3, but then it really starts getting good.
Yeah.
And you know it does.
And you know 95% of the people you say that to are like, hey, okay, I'm never doing that, right? Yeah. So for Microsoft to do that to Outer Worlds 2 makes me feel sad for the game, because I think it's going to be fantastic. And I'm glad they walked it back. But to me, the Donkey Kong being 70, Microsoft walking back the 80 on Outer Worlds 2, and then EA, Borderlands 4,
Gearbox
Borderlands 4 coming out as 70, and then EA being like, no, it's going to be 70. It shows that, to me, that this was all something that they were just like, well, we're just going to throw it out there, but we have no confidence in it, and we're just going to put it there and see what happens. And it was like the most minimal amount of pushback, really, on any of them. Like, when you think about it, right? Twitter is like 50% of the gaming population. Well, I don't really feel like there was an outrageous amount of people being extremely angry, especially at Microsoft. Randy Pitchford brings a lot of heat with him on anything, right? Yeah, it's about the way talks about stuff and all that. But it just shows me that this was like a false flag where they were like, well, let's see what we can do. And people are like, not going to do it, right? So there's like, okay, never mind. For now.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gone. Yeah.
I
don't think
it's yeah, I think it's for now. I will say though, this is an incredibly important, I don't want to say like, oh, it's like a crucial, it's a tipping point for gamers. It's not. I don't want to be dramatic about it, but what I will say is this is a very important moment to take note of for gamers, because it shows that you do have power. You have control to take a step back and say, I'm not doing this. And given, yes, you need to be in the majority, right? When you say, they're rolling this decision back because, Gearbox rolled it back because they saw it was impacting, and they either forecasted that it was going to impact sales, or they weren't seeing the pre-order numbers that they wanted, which I think is the more likely thing, coming in specifically for Borderlands. And they were like, yeah, maybe if we lower the price, more people will start pre-ordering. And that's where I really think the big difference, or where they make their decision on. But it does go to show that you as a consumer have power, you have agency, and you can help to shape these things in the direction that you want them to go in. And that is a very powerful lesson for us as consumers, because it's very easy to forget, I think, especially in sort of the wave of as microtransactions and loot boxes and battle. We're talking like the 2000. When did Shadow of War come out? It was like 2015-ish. 13 to 15, right? So that wave that started coming out, where we felt like we were losing a bit of control, gaining a bit of ground because people did fight back, and something like Shadow of War repealed those changes. But we still kind of got steamrolled by battle passes and paid cosmetics, and I know I hate to bring Call of Duty into this. I mean, I really don't, but like, I will. But like $20 skin packs for like a single skin, a weapon charm, and a Call of Duty, like a player banner, and that's $25, which is, a quarter of the price of the game, which is out of control.
Well, I think I'm honestly baffled why Microsoft decided to make Outer Worlds 2 their first $80 game, when, to me, it's absolutely obvious that Call of Duty could charge $80 and they would get $80. So I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, I have a couple like conspiracy theories, but
right,
they're just like totally in my head conspiracy theories, but I don't think.
Do you think that they're doing this because they're like, oh, it's $70 now, and they're actually seeing? Because that was exactly what they did with loot boxes. They would be like, oh, we're not. Okay, never mind. And they take a step, and it was 2 steps for them. It was 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, and they just keep pushing it. So this, I mean, if you want to go into conspiracy theory, I don't think it's necessarily conspiracy theory to say that they're trying to warm us up to the concept of paying $80 for a game.
Oh, it's coming, 100%.
Yeah. So they're trying to get us used to it so that we don't question it later.
And I think they were testing to be like, well, let's just see if we can do it now. And then it's like, okay, we'll wait a little bit, but it's on the horizon.
But not for long. After 2025, all bets are off, baby. $80.
But I think they're all kind of playing chicken with each other too, right? Like, why Microsoft, like, traditionally speaking, the most consumer friendly of the ones that we've been talking about, why they're the one that was like, hey, $80. And then like Gearbox, which is part of Take-Two, I think, right? Isn't Gearbox under Take-Two? And Take-Two is like, you think EA is bad. Take-Two is the worst, right? And Take-Two is like, not taking that bait. You guys are good, right? Like, I saw what happened over here. I saw what happened over here. And I think they're playing chicken with who's just going to stick with $80 the first time. And it's probably going to wind up being GTA. Unless GTA slips out of 2026 altogether. I think it's going to slip into the fall. But if it slips into like the spring of 27, we'll see something else go $80 next year before that. Yeah.
100%.
That's my opinion.
I read Jeremy's original comment. Welcome, Jeremy. Welcome, Game Adaptation Newscast. Welcome, Influent. Hello. Thank you all for stopping by. I read he was mentioning about painting. He said, okay, paint miniature just drunk and then in a bucket of paint and done. And he said just dunk them in a bucket of paint. But I said, honestly, you might end up doing the same thing if you were drunk trying to paint a miniature. Just be like, yeah, it's good. And the whole thing's just slathered.
Slap paint with...
Oh, it looks so good. Let's see. From what I saw Mario game, I didn't see $80. RSJ Fen, welcome as well. I didn't see $80 worth. No, I think most people... The people who are getting it, I'm an outsider. I know this isn't right, but I'm projecting onto people. But I feel like if someone bought the Switch and then they paid $80 for Mario Kart, they were just trying to justify that they bought the $500 Nintendo Switch, and they're like, "Yeah, it's worth it. Look, I got Mario Kart." You know, and it's like to them, it was a sunk cost fallacy principle there.
Well, I
not for
bought
everybody, but
I bought the Switch too. The base Switch with no game was $450. The Switch with Mario Kart included was $500. So the game is only $50 that way.
Which is what they wanted you to do.
But $50 is better. Like I probably would have never bought Mario Kart solo, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's bundled and it's $50, and don't forget, Nintendo never has sales ever. And if they do, they're like, here's $3 off. You're welcome. We'll pay for the tax, right? Hi, Web Dave. So for me, I was like, well, fine, $50. I like never buy Mario Kart. Let's see, right?
Yeah,
that's why I did.
Yeah. And did you like it?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's Mario Kart.
But to be, the nice thing is Nintendo has finally entered the 2000s, and there's online play, right?
Yeah.
So one day I'll find somebody and we'll play it online at some point. So
someone's waiting. People are excited about Outer Worlds 2. I think Obsidian's really coming into their stride, so I'm excited. Welcome, Web Dave. Thank you for stopping by. Hi. And EA doesn't do... Yeah, I saw someone said they'll make up the price cut for the... Jeremy said they'll make it up for their major transactions, and they don't do microtransactions. Yeah, it's all macro transactions. There's no such thing as microtransactions anymore. The other quick story that I just wanted to dive into, because I was excited about this, and I'm bothered that I don't remember. You've played Wolfenstein, right? You've gone through the Wolfenstein games?
Very much. Those are some of my favorite series.
I thought so. Okay, I thought so. The show. I don't want to stay too long on this topic. I'm excited for the show.
I'm excited for the show.
But the reason why I wanted to bring this up very briefly is just because I was terrified. I say terrified. I'm putting that in there. I did not want to see Machine Games just become the Indiana Jones studio. Right? There was rumors that came out and they said, oh, they're jumping right onto Indiana Jones 2. They're doing the DLC. They're moving right onto the sequel. This gives me hope. The fact that they're making a show around Wolfenstein, that they are confident enough in the IP to say, we're definitely doing a Wolfenstein 3. We don't know when. It might not be the next thing that comes from Machine Games, but I think this is a bit of a sell-in that it is going to happen, which it's one of my favorite first-person story-driven shooters I've ever played.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Amazing.
Like, it's so good. Like, no offense, Indiana Jones is a really good game.
I love it.
Right? It is fantastic. They did such a good job with it. And I wasn't sure about them doing it, but it was great. It was fantastic. But I would almost love for them to just hand it off to a different studio. What if id did Indiana Jones? That would be
They
wild.
need a break from Doom, I'm gonna be honest.
They do.
They've done Doom 1, they've done Doom 2. I know Doom Eternal, Doom the Dark,
Yeah.
And they did Doom 3. Those are the 3 releases. They need a break.
They do. I think they need a game in between. Yeah. I agree with you. But I'm just being selfish because I want the next Wolfenstein. And I don't think Young Blood is horrendous as people say it is, but it was not. It's like Mass Effect Andromeda. It's a good game. It's not a good Wolfenstein game. That's what I say about Andromeda. It's a very good game. It's not a good Mass Effect game. Right? Like, take the game for what it is, and it's good. That's all right. It's good, you know?
Just really lower your expectations down to here.
Just remove yourself from the fact that this is supposed to be in the same world as what you know and love. Then it's fine, right? And BJ Blazkowicz is just... And Arcane is absolutely right. Alan Richson, once I saw that come up on Twitter, I was like, well, now I can't unsee it. That's it. That he is BJ.
Yeah.
Unless they come up with some, unknown that just,
Henry Cavill.
Fits. Fine. Do it. I don't care. Dye his hair blonde. I don't care. I don't care. Right? But anyway.
No, Alan's the right choice. Yeah. 100%.
He is. Yes. Although he wants to play Batman. And I'm like, he'd probably be a pretty good Batman too. He's like actively been like propositioning over social media how much he wants to be Batman. And I'm like, yes, replace the grease ball, please.
He'd be a good Batman. I don't know about a Bruce Wayne though.
Yes, he would.
I don't know.
Yes, he would.
Let me picture this man again. Alan Richardson.
Are you kidding? He is handsome AF.
Yeah, he's like, I could imagine him with the cowl and everything. Like, he'd look great. As a Bruce Wayne.
In a suit, in a tux, going to these mandatory parties that Bruce Wayne always has to go to.
You know what the problem is? I know what the issue is. I just really like, really like Christian Bale. Yes. I think Christian Bale is a fantastic Bruce Wayne. Fantastic. Yes. And when I look at this guy with like the rectangular chiseled... When I look at BJ Blazkowicz, I don't see BJ Blazkowicz as Bruce Wayne. I see him as Batman. He could be Batman. But
I think it could be both. But it depends on the script too and how they're trying to portray Batman in that
For
way.
sure, yeah. No more Ben Affleck though, so I'm okay with Ben Affleck being...
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
All right, so the main thing I wanted to get into today, I'm not good at transitions. I can't just fly, and when I try, I mess them up, so I'm not going to do another one. But the main thing, 2025, we're the year of Alan Richardson, the year of Wolfenstein TV shows, the year of price decreases in games after they were arbitrarily increased, so they're not really decreases, they're just kind of still increased, technically. Overall, 2025, I think, has been pretty good. And I wanted to go through, did you want to just kind of go month by month, or did you just want to go through some call-outs? I think probably going through call-outs.
Okay. I'm going to scroll month by month because I will forget what I have. It doesn't necessarily mean that, like, we have to, like, you know what I mean?
These were the games from January, right, yeah. So I want to start off by so the idea is 2025 has been a great year for games. There's a lot of fantastic ones. There's several I haven't gotten to that are on my to-do list. And I want you guys in chat to also interact and share along with some of your favorite experiences that you've gotten in 2025. Because I think so far, if you had to rate the first half of 2025 on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as gaming, how would you score it? I would say it's been a solid 9.
I would say an 8.
An 8. I would say 9. I would say 9 out of 10 because there's factors outside of the games themselves that I look at and I go, well, that kind of sucks, right? We've talked ad nauseum about layoffs in 2025. We've seen prices go up twice in 2025. There's a lot of industry things that are happening. I also see, and I offset that, right? That would bring me down to an 8, those types of things. But I also go back up because I see a lot of things I actually like. I see the $50 games coming out that I really love. I see game development getting smaller so they can have more tight-knit experiences versus these bloated open worlds. I love seeing that. I see a lot more, this maybe is just a bit presumptuous, but I see a lot more indie studios that are kind of starting to rise up. You get studios you didn't expect to do projects like I think to the Warhammer team that's doing now The Expanse, Owlcat Games, that's working on the Expanse project. I think of exciting upcoming projects. I know it's not 2025, but I think of exciting projects from new studios such as right here, Exodus, right? Coming from former BioWare devs. So I look at these
How
things.
do you give credit for for the first half of 2025 for a game that's not out yet?
Because it's more the principle of these are new studios that are emerging that are working on exciting upcoming projects, right? So I look at something like this, and again, there's trends I don't like in the industry. There's trends I do like. And part of the trends I like that I'm starting to see forming, and I think this could be an entire video on its own, of how like the industry, and I actually at one point was going to make a video on this, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because it was about a week before Microsoft decided they were going to lay off 9,000 people. But the premise of the video was going to be like the industry's healing in a lot of ways. And some of those ways is like studios that are working on projects, this is a risk. And I like to see the seeds planted for these studios to be willing to take risks on new IPs, on new projects, on ambitious projects when you're dealing with like time dilation in a game that studios haven't done before. So I see the seeds being planted, and they've started getting planted as we learn more about these games, which kind of happened at the start of this year. So that's where I give some credit, even though those ideas haven't yet come to fruition. The game can suck,
Sure,
but I like the principle.
The risk in the
I like that conceptually they lay a foundational. Now, if they come out and they're garbage, then it's going to make studios go, yeah, we can't do anything risky. Go back to, which we see like Microsoft is kind of sheltering, and they're like, we're working on big names now. And I hate to see that. So this game can completely suck. Games like this can completely fall on their face. And then we see studios recluse even more. My hope, at least for now, I'm going to remain optimistic and say I want to see them succeed. And I think we've saw some of that with your Expedition 33s, with your Kingdom Come Deliverance 2s. Those are the games that are more risky. With hell, go to your Baldur's Gate 3, like a really tactical RPG that's isometric, doesn't necessarily, right? Those types of experiences. So I'd give it a solid 9. Why would you give it an 8? Where do your points come off?
For me, it's more about, and it's everybody specific, right? Like, for me, it's more about the an 8's a very good score. For me, that's a very good score.
Is
right?
5 average, like on your scale, is 5 average? Or where do you like?
Yeah, probably that's about right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say most springs, because spring is usually a little lighter, right?
Right.
I would say most springs fall around a 4 or 5, right? So for an 8 to be there, that's pretty big. I would say that it's an 8 because there's been several games that have come out during the spring that have highly piqued my interest. But I wouldn't say that every single month I've been, and I don't actually want to be like this, but like every single month there hasn't been like, oh my gosh, I have to buy this game. I have to have this game. I have to play this game this month. Absolutely no exception, right? There's been 1 or 2 months where I've been kind of like, okay, well, there's nothing coming out this month that I necessarily care about, so I can catch up on whatever's, or, you know, whatever did come out. Because usually also you have like 2 or 3 games come out the same month, and you're just like, son of a, right?
Yeah. So in no particular, some of the games that I haven't played that absolutely are on my list. I haven't yet played Doom: The Dark Ages that released this year. Haven't gotten to it.
You have not?
No, I haven't started it yet.
Okay.
Sorry. I know I'm looking
It's
at your
fine.
background. I'm looking at your background and going,
I have more. I got something I got something very special today that is gonna blow everyone's minds. But
oh,
one day you'll see it.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That one I'm waiting because I really want to play the first game. I know that you can jump into the second, I'm well aware, but I really want to give the game the credit where the credit's due, and I want to be able to understand the improvements that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has made. So I started Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, I didn't get too far, but I was really enjoying my time with it, then got distracted by other things, but I haven't started that yet, so I can't talk too much about that. Fark is upset that you're being a tease. Death Stranding 2. I have passive interest in, I've never played Death Stranding 1. I have passive interest in Death Stranding because I think conceptually it's cool, but also Kojima games never, for the most part, weren't like, I was never the type of person that went, Kojima, like I gotta play Kojima the best. I've just never been that way. I know his games are great, but it's there.
I find him very interesting. I don't
individually,
think I've ever. Yes, I don't think I've ever played any of his games, honestly.
Okay.
But I find him as a person extremely unique.
Have you seen his recent comments, like about his upcoming game OD, and his recent comments were like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna check out the reviews and I'll check some, but I really don't care. Like, some people are gonna love it, some people hate it. I don't give a damn. I'll wait 10 years and then see what people say about it.
Yeah. And did you see he said it was like, he said something very specifically about it being for people who scream. Like, I think it's horror, very horror.
I like the sound of that though, because
I know
for a good horror game.
Yes. Chronos is your next horror game. I'm so excited for that game. Anyway,
we're gonna get into that. And then the last one for me that I haven't gotten into that like has piqued my interest was Adamfall, but that one is, as far as like on the list, that one's kind of down. It's kind of low for me. It's kind of low.
Well, that was one of the highest peaks for spring. I love Adamfall.
Just Dom says, Kojima's king, Kojima's the goat, Kojima's the man, Kojima scanned my feet. Turn that into a haiku, and then I'll appreciate it. I want us to just catch up on a couple chats.
Wait, read Arcanes before you go off with Kojima.
Did you see when he said he knows 100 ways to kill a man and refused to elaborate? That's some good research for Death Stranding. He's just doing research for his games. He just needs it for OD. He's probably researching for OD if it's going to be. He
probably researched it on Silent Hill and was like, I'm taking notes and I'm putting these in the
that one goes in and that one goes in. Arcane says, I've played 2 new game releases for 2025. It's an 8 for me so far. RSJ says it's a 9. Again, FarQ says baby steps day 1. You were excited for baby steps too.
I'm excited for baby steps. I'm definitely going to play that game. Yes.
Fark says 8. Grey Monad says 9.2. So everyone's roughly in the same boat as far as how the year has been. And honestly, I think it's going to continue to go this way. But what are some of the titles that you haven't gotten to experience this year that you're like, man, I want to get to that, but eventually? If any, you play a lot. You play a lot of different things.
I do. Yeah, my taste is kind of all over the place, except in Asian games. Just don't, for the most part.
Racist.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I am also very interested in this game. I don't own it yet. You don't own it yet, because brother. But it is one that I am very interested in trying out at some point. But for me, at the time, I was still trying to get through indie and some other stuff, and I thought, I'll wait for a sale, right? I am not joking about baby steps. I'm really excited to play the game. I think it looks like a lot of fun. You can roast me all you want. It is fine. I think that game looks fun. I played and finished Avowed. It took me a while though. I took a gap and then I was like, I just need to finish something. I have too many games in the backlog, right? So I just buckled down. And I'm going to give some just shout outs too, because Split Fiction, Chef's Kiss. That game is so flipping good. It is absolutely fantastic. So good. And Adamfall. absolutely,
Yeah.
you should play it, brother. It's there. And I got the deluxe edition, so they've already dropped the first DLC. I haven't finished the game, and I haven't got into the DLC, but I plan on it. Sorry guys, there's so there's so many games that come out that are in the smaller. I want to finish Blueprints at some point if that game is even finishable.
It is, yeah. I want to finish that game too. Actually, I should go back and check that one out for sure.
Yes. Rise of the Ronin came out this spring on PC, and I would very much like to get that game when I have money to buy games again. Because it was like the reception on that one was kind of like mixed. People didn't think it was like all that great, but for something about it, just like it was like, that seems like a really interesting samurai game. I would like to play that. I did buy Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have not gotten to it yet because everybody knows that a Ubisoft. I've never played Assassin's Creed, but everybody knows that Ubisoft games are like a 200-hour experience, no matter what the title is. So I've never had a big enough gap yet to start it because I don't want to start it and then stall out.
You need to take a vacation and then do nothing besides play that game. To get through.
Yes. Yes. And one of the other games that
you can beeline the story and be like, I'm not doing any of the side stuff. I'm not doing the collectibles. Like, forget this. I'm going to do 4 exploration things and then the main quest, and I'll do like 2 exploration things in the main, and you just like really budget it. Ration the side content.
It's, the funny thing is I'm one of those people when I start a game, I'm like, oh no, I'm getting all the sides. I'm clearing this map, baby. This whole map is going to be as crisp and clean as a baby's bottom. But then I get 3/4 of the way through and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. And then I just either bail out on the story right before the end because it's just gone on too long, or I say screw everything else and I just go as hard as I can just to finish the story and be done. So, we'll see. We'll see with this one. And then the other one that I bought that I haven't played yet, which I really want to do soon, is the Midnight Walk.
Okay.
I am very excited to play that game. It came out on PC and PlayStation in May, and it's like a little pot guy, but it looks like Little Nightmares.
Okay.
But with that's got very much that feel, that look, right? But it's its own world. I'm really, and I think it even has a VR edition that comes with it if you have VR to be able to play it. It is so cool looking. I can't wait to get into it because, like I said, I bought it. I want to finish Mind's Eye because I'm one of the 2 people in the world that found it interesting and kind of fun. And I bought Elden Ring Night Rain, and I think
actually I read an article. I read an article today that there were actually 2 people who liked it, and one of them passed away. So I think you're the last one.
Oh, so I'm a unicorn. Oh, that poor game. I feel like it has good bones. It just had
nothing else.
So many problems. So many problems. I finished Eric's Home.
Oh, today. I know you like that.
I love that game. I actually was thinking about making a quick love letter to Eric's Home kind of video. Because I really like that game. It's very good. If anybody, it's $40. It's a short experience. It actually is one of the first games where I've ever been like, well, dang it, I wish there was a little more content because I was enjoying it so much. And I was just like, wait, it's over.
I need more.
Good. It's so good. It's so good.
That's a good
So
problem
that's up to now. Right.
Gotcha. So for me, I mentioned the games I haven't played. For me, I would say at the absolute top of my list, as far as 2025 releases, 100%. Well, I'm gonna save the best for last, but it's pretty predictable what the best is. Oblivion
we didn't even
Remastered.
talk about.
Yeah, Oblivion Remastered is actually low on the totem pole. I loved Oblivion Remastered, but I actually think that I enjoy playing the original more, which is a weird feeling. And I'm actually more excited for Skyblivion now because I want to see the dungeons redone. I want to see the map rebuilt. I want to see the cities redone. I want to see the armor sets like redone. When even leading up to the Oblivion Remastered launch, before when it was kind of getting teased, I was like, I hope this is more of a remake than a remaster. And it was a tried and true remaster, which it looks beautiful. It plays great. I'm glad that they added the new difficulty options. And honestly, I said it when the game came out, and I will still say it now. I think for most people that is a definitive way to experience Oblivion, if I'm being honest. But I still, the original, there's certain things to it that I just think back to the original and I go, actually, I don't know why, it kind of felt better in some ways. And that's probably a lot of nostalgia talking. I definitely know that was influenced by the difficulty because the difficulty was not balanced whatsoever, and I don't know how they got that so wrong. But that's actually, so that's a bit lower, and I'm very excited for Skyblivion because I think it's gonna get more praise in Oblivion Remastered, which is crazy, but I get why.
You know, the funny thing about before Oblivion Remastered came out that you kept saying repeatedly, I heard you say it multiple times, and I was always like, I don't know what he's talking about because I never played Oblivion, right? You kept saying the dungeons were bad. The dungeons need redone. The dungeons need redone. I hope they redid the dungeons. And I was like, okay, whatever. But then, you know, I've streamed a lot of Oblivion, and I am going to get back to streaming Oblivion. And you're absolutely right. You go in the dungeon, and you're just like, that's it? Like, and they all look the same. They all kind of have the same gimmick.
Now, there's 100 dungeons in the game. They were all made by one dude.
Well, it looks like it, right?
It does.
Sorry, dude. I'm sure at the time that was transformative, but like right now,
at the time, it's worth mentioning. At the time, like a lot has changed with how people want to play RPGs when that game launched in 2006 versus now in 2025, and it's actually evident in how D&D, like tabletop D&D, has changed too. Because it used to just be like, I don't care about the dungeon. I just want to wander in, get cool loot, get cool spells, level up, and then get out. The story wasn't as important. The actual the dungeon itself wasn't as important because, again, you look at Skyrim and a lot of the dungeons have stories and this environmental storytelling at the bare minimum. At the maximum, they actually have a unique quest that's tied to them that makes them memorable, right? That wasn't as important back then for players and for designers. So what you got in Oblivion was exactly that experience. You dive in a dungeon, you loot a chest, you find a cool sword that has enchanted gear, and you're like, hell yeah, I'm more badass than 15 minutes ago when I entered. And then you leave and you're having a great day. And on top of that too, I'm trying to think back. Obviously, a lot of people played it were much older than me when it came out, but I was a wee little DeMarco lad. And for me, the concept of being able to run, and I remember sitting down with my cousins, and it had just come out, and they had gotten it before me, and we're playing on the Xbox 360, and to be able to go into this world, and they're like, you can shoot fireballs at goblins, and I was like, what the shunk? Like, you can do what? It was the coolest thing. They're like, yeah, you pick up this staff, and it has a goblin's head on it, dude, and it shoots lightning from it, from the head, and we're like, whoa. Like, that was mind-boggling. And on top of that, in 2006, for DeMarco lad, wee little DeMarco lad, wee little boyo, it was really good. It was really good looking. Like, the game looked great back then, to us at least. Well,
there's only so many games that were coming out at any given time too. It's not like today where, you know.
Yeah. So slightly above Oblivion Remastered, that would be towards the bottom. I would say Back to the Dawn. And Back to the Dawn's there because I just started it. I don't know enough about it, but I love the art style. I was really enjoying the time. I have very little time in it, but I was really enjoying it. It's a cool concept. It's like The Escapists, if anyone's ever played The Escapists. But it has its own kind of unique elements to it. So that was... Little Leprechaun DeMarco sounds cute. Oh, there, boyo. Top of the morning to ladies.
Very good at that one. Very good at that one.
Well, I wanted to be Jacksepticeye for a long time, so I was like, maybe if I have an Irish accent, I could be him.
You're the Irish, and I've got the Russian, so like, you know, we're very transcontinental here.
There's something there that can work out. Yeah, Back to the Dawn is really cool. Above Back to the Dawn, I would say Tainted Grail. Again, something I have very little time in, but I am so excited to get back into Tainted Grail because it is a phenomenal, not Bethesda RPG, right? It's sort of more appealing in some ways to me to play that than, I mean, it's definitely more appealing to play Tainted Grail than like a Starfield. Sorry, RSJ fan. But it's like, it's more fun for me to play that than it is Oblivion Remastered in a lot of ways because it is novel and right, it's a different universe and I like that and I like the Arthurian lore behind it. I think it's super cool, but it has a lot of those RPG. When I'm playing a game and then I'm running through the dungeon and the tutorial dungeon, which is massive, and then some dude pops out and he's like, I'm gonna effing kill you. And you're like, don't kill me, please, I'm innocent. And he's like, well, why are you wearing these guys? And you see two guys on the floor that are like, you know, the ones who captured you and locked you in this dungeon. And the guy's like, well, you're wearing their robes and I just killed them. So now it's your turn, buddy. And they recognize that I was like wearing that armor. Immediately, I'm like, great. Fantastic.
That's really cool. That's very
neat.
cool.
It was really, really neat. So when I see that level of reactivity, and it's smart of them to throw that in the beginning because then immediately it gets my brain going for, oh, how far does that go? And a lot of times for me when I'm playing a game, the excitement is that conceptually, right? Like, how far do these mechanics go? They could be very minimal. And I think, not to bring Starfield into, I'm going to bring Starfield into this a little bit, but like Starfield piqued that curiosity when they're talking about the game, but then you get into it and you very quickly, at least for me, I very quickly realized, oh, this is as far as it goes, right? And it really didn't, you know, it had a lot of presentation, but a lot of it was fluff to me. But something like Tainted Grail has a presentation and then it actually goes that deep and you're like, can I push this? And it might stop right here. Might be where it's, but you're trying to push that wall to see how, and that's more exciting. That's very exciting to me. So Expedition 33, absolutely. And then I will say, as far as new concepts go, I've only played a little bit of this too, but we just hopped into it. Mage Arena. And I know a lot of people are hopping into Mage Arena, but it's very fun. And for those of you who don't know what Mage Arena is,
spell it MAGE space arena because it sounds weird when you say it all. It sounds like one word.
Mage Arena.
Zach T's like, yes.
Mage Arena.
No, I have one to top you.
Okay.
But go ahead. Mage Arena. Speak on it.
You use voice commands into your microphone. You need to have a microphone. And you're yelling the spell. So you'll literally be like, fireball! And then you shoot a fireball. And it's a PvP, like 5v5. And it's basically just almost a capture the flag is the one game mode that they have in it.
4v4?
4v4.
It's 4v4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Zach would correct me on that instantly with several angry faces.
Magic missile!
Freeze! But it's very fun. It's goofy fun. And because everybody needs to have a microphone, you just hear everyone chatting back and forth. And it's a great time because a lot of people are a lot funnier than I am. And so their commentary that they offer is just absolutely brilliant. So that would go on there. And that's a new release as well. What can you top it with? Please, by all means.
Chat. Everybody in here should have Game Pass. If you do not,
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
I am going to tell you the hottest thing since Sunburn is a new game that just came out. It's in Game Pass. It's on Steam, and it is called The Abiotic Factor. Abiotic. Abiotic Factor. It has PS2 level graphics, so set your expectation. But it looks better than Mage Arena. But it is the best multiplayer game. I don't even know what it is. I don't think the game knows what it is. But it is fun AF. And I think it's sold pretty good amount on Steam, like its first day. Plus it's in Game Pass. So I cannot tell you how good it is. It's up to 6 players and you are all co-op, right? So you load in together. When you load into you're in Australia. You have to be in Australia because it's like the desert. And there's a dude driving a golf cart, and there's a character creator, and they all look stupid. It's amazing. And then you pick a role, like your job. But then you get in this golf cart. Good day, mate. And like they take you off to this. They get out the cart. Yeah, like I can't do that. Can't do it. But then you go in, you do a little tutorial, and then you're just plunked into this thing, and you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? And it's got survival mechanics where you need to eat. I died at least 4 times from starvation. And food is like oddly hard to find. You can die from starvation. You need water. You need to poop. Otherwise, you will shank your pants. And you'll have bubble guts and stuff like that. But it doesn't come along too long because there's no freaking food to eat. So, but then each character, you select traits for yourself, right? And then you earn, as you do things, right, you skill up your traits. But like, so one person could be like the primary agriculture, like food grower, cooking, and then, have some attack skills. But then you could have somebody who's just like a big old brute, right? That's bulky. And then you could have somebody who's a crafter, because there's crafting in the game. There's resource controls in the game. There's you have to learn new recipes to build things all the time. And then so you're just plunked into this place, and there's no go do this, go do that. You're just there, and you're like, all right. And so then you start going to find resources, and then you might run into somebody who tells you something, and it kind of gives you like a sort of a clue to go do the next thing, but you have no idea where it is. And then you have to collect all these resources to build things so that you don't starve and that you can sleep, and the combat is horrible, wonky, but it's fun. And there's weird alien things in the facility that you either have to skirt around or you have to like plunk to death with a metal pipe. It's so good. It's so good. So good.
All right. Abiotic Factor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Abiotic Factor available on Game Pass. Now the creme de la creme game, before we just get into like what is anticipated for both of us, the creme de la creme game, Expedition 33. It's my game of the year. I don't think anything can come out that I know that's releasing this year that will top it. Even if Grand Theft Auto 6 released this year, it still wouldn't top it. It's fantastic. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm at the second end of the game, if you will. Like, it kind of seems like it ends and then you realize, oh, it's still going. I'm at that second end, and I've just been intimidated at this point because it's been a while to get back into it, because that's a game where you need to get into the mechanics, especially at that. Yeah, you need to start grinding a bit. You need to get into the mechanics, relearn the timing. It's been a while since I've hopped into it, so it's like, which it was a mistake for me to put it down that long. But honestly, it also feels like a very good organic stopping point where Like, I know Red's perspective on this. No, you gotta keep playing, because that's how you hold the emotional weight. And for me, something like this, I go a little bit yes, but also now that I've stopped playing it, it's almost organically fits that time where I feel like the characters are off doing something in that universe, right? Like, time passes. We play games, you could beat it in a week or 2 weeks, and it's like spanning across a game that's supposed to take like a year or a month. And when I take pauses like this, I often feel like it kind of helps to flesh out the time that the characters in the game are doing something. I don't know. So I don't mind taking breaks, but to get back into it is tough. However, it's absolutely phenomenal. I've been listening to the soundtrack ad nauseum. Anytime I see character art for the game, I get excited. I was out in public. I have an Expedition 33 shirt. I never buy like stuff like that. I just don't, because I'm cheap. But but I bought an Expedition 33 shirt because I like the game that much. And I was out in public. I was in a town, and someone from across the street just goes, "For the ones that come after!" And at first I didn't hear them. I didn't understand what they said. I was like, yeah. And I start walking, and I'm heading towards my car, and then I'm trying to think, I'm like, what? Oh my god! And then like my brain just pieced together what they had actually, because I heard, "For the ones ahead!" Right? And my brain pieced together what they said, and it's like, yes! Yes!
You're like, I'm gonna go find that guy and give him a high five now.
No, they did see me. They did see me react to it, but like, it was just such a wonderful little thing. And I don't know, like, that's the type of community and like fandom, if you will, that game bred, which I think it's not common. It's not common that you see something like that. So Expedition 33, for that reason alone, has a very special place in my heart. Oh, I can't believe I forgot it. The Altars.
Oh.
The Altars is phenomenal as well. It would go below Expedition 33, but it's on that. I would say The Altars, then Expedition 33, because The Altars is phenomenal. Released right at the right time in my life for things that I'm going through. So that one is very prudent for me.
I gotta go back and play that more. I got to a point where I just got kind of stuck in this really annoying loop, right? Like I couldn't get past a certain point because of some decisions I'd made in the previous world, right? Like you move, right? So right before I moved, I jettisoned a bunch of stuff, and now everybody just mutinies all the time, constantly. So I'm like,
I got stuck in
that part. I don't like that part of the game. I wish they had a better way to know how to reset a little bit.
They need a recovery system. Like, you see them getting angry, and then it's like, you see there's plenty of warnings that say, like, they're about to mutiny, like, they're on the cusp of rebellion. You see those warnings, and you're like, okay.
It's almost too late, though, because sometimes... Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
No, that was it. That was it. Like, I wish there was sort of a second wind mechanic. Where...
Yes. Yeah. Gives you, like, one chance to, like, mulligan it, or... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
they bring in.
I love the uniqueness of that game. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say I love the uniqueness of the game. Yeah,
it's definitely a cool concept. I was gonna say I would like to, if they just had, like, when someone's about to mutiny, through your playthrough, you get one chance per altar that you can go on, like, a side mission for them, and they're like, you do this thing at the risk of pissing other people off, but they're like, you do this thing, and then we're cool. And then you kind of can not fully reset, but you can bring them back to more of a neutral state. And I think that would be a good second win mechanic. But it's just, they start mutinying. You're like, okay, I have to do everything that this guy wants so he doesn't mutiny. And then you start pissing everybody else off because you're not doing their things. And then you feel like once you hit that downward, like Frostpunk, did that come out this year too?
Yes.
That's on the list also. God damn. Did it really?
Cool game. Mm-hmm.
You see, bumps up to a 9.2. This year bumps up to a 9.2. I don't do half-C stuff.
Raymond Eddie's right with you. By the way, just want to address. Jeremy said,
Yeah.
So we supposed to get this game where you miss the enemy 83% of the time. I don't know what that is. Do you?
XCOM?
I mean, that's what I think of. I see it, but I don't know. Jeremy, can you explain that? There you go.
Yeah.
What is that?
Fallout 76
well,
with a bad VATS stat?
Hey,
nothing in
stop
VATS?
it. No Fallout shade here. No
No,
76
saying,
shade.
if you have no points in VATS, you're gonna miss.
No, not true.
If you have nothing towards your VATS?
Yeah, I can still shoot them.
Okay. Game's too easy.
Doesn't mean... Yeah. No. You forgot one.
Doom?
I mean, you said you hadn't played it yet, but...
I haven't played Doom, so I can't speak on it.
So for me, the first half of the year, just real fast, Expedition 33. We don't even talk about it because everybody just knows.
Yeah.
Like, this is the Quan. This is the game.
It's a
right?
rare. Yeah, that's a rare thing.
Yeah. That game is like, it's very rare that a game haunts my brain when I'm not playing, like throughout the day, thinking about just what's going on, or like the last game that did that to me was Elden Ring. I really like Elden Ring. I know not everybody does, and that's fine, right? But that one, just I would sit and I would think about what I needed to do, or how, just I don't know, whatever.
Right,
but,
where to go, like what to look
at. And even like the music in Elden Ring is very powerful.
Oh,
you know,
amazing.
Even if, oh my gosh, it's so good. And like that would run through my, anyway. So, Expedition 33, Split Fiction. It's so good. And Doom. This Doom, there's a lot of controversy around this, or Eternal, or 2016, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And like this one, I could see why people didn't put it at like the top of their Doom list. But the more I sit on it, the more I love it. It just felt good to me, right? And I love Eternal. For a while, I thought Eternal was going to be my favorite, even after playing like 15 hours.
I remember watching your streams, and you were like, "Yeah, it's good, but Eternal."
Yeah. And now at the end, I'm like, okay, this one, this is it. This is the one. But I love Eternal, right? Like they're just very different, right? They're super different. But
that's the cool thing about it.
Yes, that's unique to Doom too, right? Like,
yeah.
It is the same franchise, but they have done this really cool thing where they said every game has different mechanics, but it's still the same person, it's still the same universe, it's still the same idea of going around killing demons and getting bloody glory kills, and that's just cool, right? And I agree with them wholeheartedly. Not every game can do something like that, even though I wish that they would all find better ways to like remix their games in iterations, right? And not a lot of games do that. I feel like they lean too hard into what was good in the first and just kind of copy it over into the second. But Doom didn't do that, and I love that.
Yeah, I would say the game that always comes to mind when I think of like a sequel done right, of changing it up enough where it feels new but also improving on everything and not making it like unfamiliar, is the Arkham franchise. I'm sure there's probably other examples. Like, I think a lot of people might point to, for example, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Mass Effect. Well, Mass Effect's an interesting one.
It was a lot of the same, but it...
Exactly, somehow. Yeah. And specifically, obviously, 1 to 2, right? Because 2 to 3 was just tweaking.
Yeah.
But Arkham Asylum to City, when you go from that small map to the bigger map, and when... from Arkham City to Arkham Knight, you go, the free flow combat is perfect. I don't know how they could do it better. And then you play it in Arkham Knight, and somehow it just feels better. It just feels so crisp. And you're like, man, and you start playing Arkham City, and you're like, oh, this kind of feels sluggish, and I don't know why. Because they just found a way to make it better. Visually, gameplay-wise, I know the Bat Tank was controversial, but there you go. Like, it just did every sequel. It managed to keep what it does great, improve it, Doom I have so much respect for that somebody can look at Doom and go, no, Eternal's my favorite. And you could say, no, Dark Ages is my favorite. And you're both right. I mean, you're always right? Because
and you're not mad because you're like, they're both really good, right? Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon. I know I brought this game up before too, but Darkest Dungeon versus Darkest Dungeon 2, indie game by Red Hook Studios. I highly recommend if you like roguelites. That one did it as well, where the developers straight up said, they're like, we don't care which one your favorite is. They're different. Like, you can go back, and they intentionally made it so you can go back and play 1 and be like, this is amazing. And you could go play 2 and be like, no, this is the better one. And the same thing with Doom.
One quick thing real fast before we move on to the next thing. Gray Monad, I know you played Eric's Home and I know you finished it. Can you put your score in the chat? Because I'm just interested. Eric's Home, I'm telling everybody, that one is like, that one's probably under Expedition 33 for me. I loved it. The story was so good and it's beautiful. And also, 9. Yeah. Okay. And he just said, Game Pass has been good this year for me. I've played over $1,100 worth of games already for the low price of rewards. Because he uses his rewards, right? To pay for his monthly. One. Yeah. No, to pay for monthly Game Pass. He doesn't even pay for Game Pass because he uses rewards. And so, go. Cool.
Damn. I think you should wait. I think you should find a new way to say that. Jeremy, please clarify. Jeremy, you're speaking in riddles for me tonight. I don't know what the 83% is still, and I don't know what I should find a new way to say. You're speaking in riddles, friend. But thank you for being here. Yeah. Any other? So I forgot that Frostpunk 2 released this year also. I would say in order for me, like, it would be Expedition 33. What did I say next? Expedition 33, followed by... Oh, God, what did I say? I can't remember.
I thought you said... Didn't you say Frostpunk?
No, not as
two. You know what? Frostpunk was September last year.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Sorry.
that one's out. Blueprints also goes on the list as well. We talked about that earlier, but briefly mentioned it. But Blueprints, I did a review for. You can check out my review on the channel if you want to see some funny skits that I did in there and my thoughts on that game. That was a fun one to do. I liked putting that video together. So please give it some love. Let me know if you check it out too. Leave a comment.
Yeesh.
Anything else about the first half of 2025?
No, there's probably plenty to talk about in the second half. So
yeah, we're gonna keep this quick because we're gonna be running over very soon. But let's just say, we'll keep it very brief, because we also were thinking about doing something after the show. We'll see if
we talked. Yeah,
we talked about it. We'll see.
I really want to play Exotic Factor.
Well, do you want to do that after the show?
I mean, would our other friend play?
Possibly.
Too?
Possibly.
Okay.
Depends.
Okay.
Would you want to stream it on your channel?
It doesn't even matter to me. I'm just like, as long as we get to play, we can stream it. We can just play. We can stream on your channel.
Okay.
We can do whatever.
We might. Okay. Well, anyway, we might stream it, but you should do it on your channel. But 2025, we still have the rest of the half of the year to go, and there's a lot to really look forward to. Now, what are we most anticipating? I'm just gonna throw a couple out there in no particular order. I'm gonna put my most anticipated as the last one, though. Battlefield 6, it's a bit of a controversial list for me because it's also, the games that I'm most excited for are also ones that I might not do day and date, even though I'm excited for them. Because, like, I love them, and I love the games. They're some of them are sequels. But $70 for some of them, and some other reasons, it just turned me off a bit. But number one is Battlefield 6. I love Battlefield. I've been waiting for a new Battlefield game for ages. I like it a lot more than I like Call of Duty. And I'm excited that there's no Beavis and Butthead or American Dad running around in my game shooting me. And I like that there's respawn timers and there's a sense of battle lines and the destruction in the environment and just seeing the cool cinematic moments that a Battlefield game gets that Call of Duty doesn't have because everyone's going with their automatic machine gun screaming as you get yelled at by a toddler on the other end of the microphone. I'm excited for Battlefield 6. It might not be a day one buy because I was saying off stream, I don't know if anybody is like me, if anyone in chat can relate, but I have a hard time playing a lot of multiplayer games that are just like competitive PvP games these days, just because I feel like I'm wasting my time. I have so much other things I need to do IRL, and I sit down and the sense of progression does not feel worthwhile enough where I'm sitting in my chair and I play a round of Battlefield that goes on for 40 minutes and then I'm done with that match and I go, well, shit, I just wasted 40 minutes. That was so unproductive because I saw my little XP bar go, wee. So I don't know. But I could play something that's story driven and I get a lot more out of it. So I don't know. But Battlefield 6, 100% up there. Borderlands 4, I'm also very excited for, but I don't like Randy Pitchford. I don't like him.
But remember how many people worked on that game, though. You know what I mean?
I know how many people worked on it, but I don't like it, and I don't like that it was going to be $80. You know it was going to be $80, and they're like, no, actually it's only $70, and I hate that crap. There's a lot of things that turn me off from it, even though the game looks really great, and I've been waiting for a good Borderlands game, and I love Borderlands. I beat Borderlands 3. It's actually a good game, aside from some elements, but it's actually a good game. So Borderlands 3 is absolutely up there. And then the big one for me, if I had to name 3, there's plenty of others. But actually, do I have some others that I wrote down? No, I focused on games that had come out. The other one is actually Crimson Desert, because Crimson Desert is looking to do... It's the same feeling I got when I saw Dragon's Dogma 2, where I look at it and I go, this game just is not... This isn't possible. Like, this isn't... Nobody can make this game. It can't exist. It can't exist and be good. I mean, it can exist, but it can't be good and exist at the same time. That's not possible. And Crimson Desert seems to be pulling it off based on everything I've seen. And I'm really excited for it. Because that's a game that I think I can just sit back and I will just be like there'll be mold growing on my shoulder and drool hanging out of my mouth, and there'll be my Mountain Dew sitting next to me and the open pizza boxes over here, and I'll be going and someone will be calling me and my phone will be dead for the past 4 days and people will think I'm dead and I'm just sitting there playing Crimson Desert. It looks fantastic and I'm so excited and I hope that it plays as well as it looks.
It is. Crimson Desert is weird because it seems like everybody has been following this game. Like, this can't be possible. I hear that from everyone who watches it. Which just makes you think, if everybody's saying this, I feel like people have such high expectations. And I hope it is as good as everybody is saying or can't believe that it will be. But I do worry.
The thing I'm excited about with that game is it's been shown off, and I know that we've been misled, but I'm not going to pretend I'm, play ignorant and be like, well, the game showed it and it looked good, so it's going to be good, right? Mind's eye. But Starfield. But I think that it based on what they've shown, sometimes you can, especially mostly in hindsight, but sometimes you can look at a game and go, it's not gonna play this way. And Crimson Desert looks believable enough that it will play that way. I just question if it will feel massively, like, I think my concern about it is not so much will it play as good as it looks, but is it just gonna be bloat and I'm gonna be like wandering through this world and it's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? There's no point. I'm just wasting time trying to travel, and sure, the traversal's cool, but that only lasts so long. So
I don't know. I think that game. Everybody should be excited for it, right? It's a new game, looks very interesting, but you know, every once in a while that old adage about temper your expectations is really true, right? And I feel like this is one of those games.
Most anticipated.
Influent. I'm right there with you. Hell is Us.
Oh,
So excited for that game. That game looks so flipping cool. And you said Replaced, which is just like a dagger to my heart because I have been dying to play that game for like 2.5 years now.
I'm excited for Replaced.
They said fall, but I think it's going to be next year now. And unfortunately, we've heard from a few people who have played it who've been like, it's okay. Like, it's like, you should bring it back down a little. And I'm like, but I don't want to. I want it to be just really that good, right? But yes, Hell is Us, though. That game looks so cool. For me, I am looking forward to playing Metal Gear Solid for the first time ever.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, I am going to play that. I am going to buy Mafia. I've never played a Mafia game. I own them, never played them. So I'm going to start with the old country. I don't think it's going to matter. And I will get to the others eventually. But that's another one. And that's just coming out like next week. Let's see. Borderlands 4, I'm with you. The first 2 or 3 trailers, I was just like, it's just more Borderlands. Nothing about this is exciting. This trailer's a little dated, you know, until they got to a point where they started showing like, no, we've changed it up. Here's what we're doing. And I was like, oh, okay. Now you're starting to really sell me, right? So I do want to play Borderlands. I really like Borderlands. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stream new Tales from the Borderlands to get ready for that. Because usually they have some story beats in those
expectations for it a bit. It's not by this
new Tales.
Yeah, it's not the same as the first one.
It doesn't have good reviews on Steam. That's fine. Like, I'm just like, whatever. We'll play it. We'll see, right? Silent Hill F, which looks not great in visuals, but I do like Silent Hill, so I am going to play it. But I skipped one at the beginning of September, which I am redonkulously excited about, which is Chronos, The New Dawn.
Chronos, The New Dawn. Yep.
Did you watch the drop of the gameplay that they put out last week?
Not yet, actually. I haven't. I've been sitting on it. I've been waiting.
So good.
I've been letting it. Letting it marinate.
Good. Yes, get a little nice little glass of mead and just sit back and be ready.
I have a meadery near me.
That's cool. I've never had mead, I don't think.
I'll go to Chicago. I'll bring some mead. I've been waiting to take some days off at work.
There you go. Come on down. Come on down.
Bring some mead.
October is super stacked because I have not played Ghost of Tsushima, but Ghost of Yotai comes out that month and it does look really pretty. I will probably wait though for Yotai because I'd rather play it on PC than my PlayStation. Plus I haven't played Tsushima and there's no way I'm getting around to that. Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, yeah, I've never played the first two.
I love Little Nightmares.
Yeah?
Oh, they're so good. Yes. They're really... Did you ever play Inside?
I've done... There was Inside. What is the other one that's similar to it?
Limbo.
I've done Limbo. I've never done Inside. I did Planet of Lana, which I know is in the same vein.
Yeah.
And I love Planet of Lana.
Yeah. Okay. I think Inside is quite a bit better than Limbo. Oh yeah, I know. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Arc Raiders. Bro, I need Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like so good. And then somewhere in there is Call of Duty.
Right, Black Ops 7.
Seven.
Sorry.
Yes.
When you get to 6 after that, I start losing count.
Yeah, but it's better than them calling it like. Yeah, but it's better than like having all these random names to not know what order they come in. So, but
you don't like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare?
I do like those, but I never remember which one is which. It's like, what is that? Which one is that? Tell me which one. Is that the Kevin Spacey one? No, right? Like, okay, yes. All right. Like, I don't know. Like, just tell me. And then the list I'm looking at, it doesn't even have anything past November. So the Outer Worlds 2, of course, the Outer Worlds 2.
Outer Worlds 2,
right?
Yeah, that should be on my list too. I think most of these we share. We share. Like, I know I brought up Battlefield, Borderlands, and Crimson Desert, but most of these are mutual, right? Chronos New Dawn,
correct, is
definitely on there.
Right.
Several of those that you've mentioned.
Yep. There's so much goodness coming. It's just gonna be an abundance of riches.
An abundance of riches. Fark says, I might be going to Northern Idaho next month for my layover in New York or Chicago. Who gets me first? Well, New York is kind of gross, so I'm just saying. But let's see if you're a tourist. Anyway, I will wait for Battlefield to go into EA Play Game Pass. That's fair. When we play COD again, DeMarco, dude, I'm going to make sure to use my Beavis and Butthead just for you, my friend. Great. I'm never playing with you. Tell us how you really feel, DeMarco. That's in the post-show. Very excited for Kronos, Endale DLC, and Mafia. Yeah, Mafia was another one that I'm very excited for. That I like the $50 meat is too sweet for me. Try it again. Or get a better sweet tooth. That's on you. That's not the meat's fault. Don't get mad at the meat. Wow. Anyway, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is a good day. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection was a very cool announcement as well. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, trying to do things different than just going over the news. I know we started the show like that, and we went way over time. So thank you, Holly, for joining me into this conversation. And keep an eye out on Holly's channel for the possibility of checking out some Abiotic Factor tonight. Keep an eye on her Twitter, which you cannot find in the description below. Keep an eye on her YouTube channel and hit that notification bell on her YouTube channel to find out if she does go live. It's a surprise. It's like a Christmas gift. You don't know if it's gonna be coming early or not, but you gotta follow. I have to move that bloody up. Where is that thing? Oh, it's right there. Thank you, Fark you, member for 2 months. Welcome to DeMarco's Dudes. And thank you, Fark you, for continuing to be a fantastic supporter of the channel. Thank you to everybody for hanging out here tonight. Really, really appreciate all of you. Keep an eye on our channel. Turn on those notifications. We might see you there. We might not. The only way you'll know is if you hit the notification bell. Anyway. Yep. We're wrapping up. Good night, everybody. And I find my ending screen.